far, we just tried to interrogate Mr. Red White of Blue Corp, as he is involved with Mia's murder. Now it seems like we have... Oh. No. Alright, so now... Alright, so now we have to move on here. We've already uncovered some stuff back at the Fay A law offices. Gatewater Hotel wouldn't be of use to us. Is there anything else I can further talk with this guy about? Expensive potted plant. No idea what plant it is, but probably the most expensive one available. I've already talked with him. Sorry, sir, I borrowed this. So it was you, my boy. Who is this man? It's a long story. I'll be needing it back now. He doesn't want to talk about this. Do I seriously return to Blue Corp and just confront him and say, yeah, I'll see you in court? The bellboy seems to be out. Huh? The sound of water coming from the shower. La-di-da, money-making, la-di-da. The money... Oh my god! Someone seems to enjoy washing the showers. No telling what the bellboy would do to me. Well, aren't you persistent? Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you. Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself, but it seems the message has not yet penetrated your thick skull. Stop bothering me. If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear? Transparent. There's no point asking someone this crooked a straight question. I need some evidence I could use as ammo. Something wrong with my face? Why, yes! There's my eyes, my nose, my mouth. Of course I jest. You need not restrain your mirth, my friend. It's okay to indulge in my cosmopolitan sense of humor. I would not think less of you. Is it really gonna come down to the newspaper clipping? I gotta put him on the spot. God, hot gaze gives me goosebumps. This is the only clue that Mia left me. I better make this one count. Mr. White, see this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds. Then, one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life. And this concerns me how? I found this article in Mia's office. Miss Mia? She had a file with articles like this. Every one of them was labeled with a single word. White. Mr. White, I know you did this to this I know what you did to this politician. You were blackmailing him. Blackmail? Not just him, either. You were threatening and coercing hundreds of others. You were involved in all the suicide cases that Mia investigated. This company is built on blackmail. Well, as mentioned in the last Ace Attorney stream, Blue Corp is just basically a legal front-facing black market for information. If you want, you can change the transparency of the text boxes. Noted. Hasn't been distracting yet. I'm right, aren't I? What a bizarre accusation. Mr. Wrong, what is it that you should be doing now? Investigating me? No, I think not. You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia. Secretary's office, hello. Mr. Wrong will be leaving now. Yes, sir. I'll send someone right away. Wait a second, Mr. White. You're wrong, Mr. Wright. Excuse me? What I should be doing now is going after you. Just what are you insinuating? Mia was on to you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then, Mia was murdered, and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So the culprit would be... Even a child would work it out, Mr. White. You did it! Secretary's office, we won't be needing an escort for Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office. Of course, sir. One moment, please. White, that you? What are you doing calling me at a time like this? Hello, Chief Prosecutor? I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow. What's this about? The Mia Faith case. I witnessed the murder, you see. And thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify. What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court. Quietude! I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right away. The man is standing right in front of me. He looks dazed, but could be violent. What? What man? Are you even listening? The executioner, the hatchet man, the liquidator, the killer man. What? Mr. White, this isn't another one of those... Chief Prosecutor, I do not believe you're in a position to freely offer your opinions to me, correct? I'm telling you to send the police now! Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer, as was Miss Mia. How dare you! I point a finger at you, and you'll be tried as Miss Mia's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in Locals Lawyers Association, you see? You'll be given a lawyer so stupendously inept that they make even you look competent. I feel faint. Detective Gumshoe reporting, sir. Butts! Harry Butts! Wright, actually. Phoenix Wright, and my friend's name is Larry. Right. Sorry, pal. Butts was the murderer, right? Detective Gumshoe, I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey. What? Take this despicable human being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong. I'll get you yet. Dick! September 8th, 3:37 p.m. Detention Center's visitors room. Can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. My trial begins tomorrow. White's going to set a trap for me, and the prosecution will be on it, of course. Edgeworth included. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea. Right! Mr. Wright! Oh, Maya. Great. They'll let you out of detention. Just now, yes. It's all thanks to you. Huh. Now I'm afraid we switched places. What? You mean you? I explained what had happened to Maya. I don't believe it. How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied? My mother, my sister, and now you. This has gone too far. Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do? Well... Literally have her ask her to be my lawyer? I don't know. Yeah. Alright, you can be my defense lawyer tomorrow. Alright! Huh? Leave it to me! I am Mia's sister, after all. Lawyership runs in our blood. Wasn't it ghost powers that ran in your blood? I better run to the bookstore and pick up a copy of Law for Rookies. Wait! What? I'm kidding. It was a joke. No way! No, really, I was kidding, but thanks. It's good to know you're on my side. And there really isn't anything you can do for me anyway. But I can't just sit here and do nothing. I've got to give that man a piece of my mind. Just a piece? Okay. Then, come to the trial tomorrow. Okay, I'll be there. I'll show them a thing or two. Times may change, yet with a crime, it's the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy court proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials. Almost all finish in a day, most with a guilty verdict. I never thought I would end up in the defendant's chair myself for this case. With the true culprit appearing as the star witness. This is it. Tomorrow it's me or him. To be continued. Oh boy. This cocky fruitcake is gonna really gonna be in for it. September 9, 9:52 a.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby Number 1. Well, I guess this is it. Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today. Ah! Phoenix, look! Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the Chief Prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony, if I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. What does White have? The judge in his pocket too? So, you're saying I'm going to be guilty. End of story? I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How could we know that? The guilty will always lie, to avoid being found out. There is no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. Boy, this guy really has issues. Dick! Number 2! All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth, you've changed. Phoenix, you know him? Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright. Phoenix? Well, court will be starting soon. What? But wait! Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not... I'll be defending myself. What?! Well, yeah, I mean, in legal circumstances, I don't know how much of it is allowed in Japan, but here in the United States, you can opt to be your own defense attorney. Okay, let's do this. September 9, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. Order, order in the court, will everyone rise? Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself. Understood. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Escort why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe me an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fey? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time, I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies for the court. Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. That was a disturbing look. Great, he gets to show off, and I get nowhere. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. I'd like to give this guy a piece of my mind. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage? Get to the point, you fruitcake! Oh my god! Your name? Yes, that's what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse? Name! These two are great together. What, he's not worthy of being a Pringle? At least a Pringle can be easily crushed. A fruitcake? Not so much. They can be squished, but not crushed. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. Ding! Quitter talk! Oh, God. I am the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp. Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder? Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there? Why tell you what you already know? Very well, Mr. White, you may begin your testimony. I can't rip this guy's testimony apart. I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing? You and me both, Nix. Ho ho ho! I'm gonna need to break out sunglasses at this rate. I hope you have made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Huh? Let him have it, Phoenix. Alright, let's see what he has to say first. Let's see. It was about 9, I believe. I was quietly perusing, that's reading to you some papers by the window. Already, there is a contradiction there, but let's see the rest of the testimony. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. If things occurred as you testify, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Let's see, it was about 9, I believe. I was quietly perusing, that's reading to you some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprise. Okay, this guy's testimony already counteracts a lot of stuff. But... okay. So, already there's... dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but she was struck. Okay, hold on. Not gonna present anything yet. By the window, you mean the one directly across from Fay and Company Law offices? Correct! That was the only window, you see. And there you were reading papers? Correct. The Gatewater is a businessman's hotel, and I'm a busy man who had business to do. What was Miss May doing at that time? She just finished watching soap opera on the TV and was weeping openly. Did you know she had been tapping the Fay office phone? Irrelevant! That has nothing to do with the case at hand. I care not. I will answer the lawyer's bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she tapped the phone of this Fay woman. You'd make a good politician, Mr. White. Oh, I know. After all, I am El Presidente. Please continue. Did Edward prep this guy too, I wonder? Anyway, I better find a weakness in there. Impaction? Don't you just mean impact? Ridiculosity! I think you need to brush up on your language skills. On second thought, perhaps they'd better leave the whole language thing alone. Did Edward prep this guy too, I wonder? Anyway, I better find a weakness in there. It looks like I've pressed as much as I could. If that was the case... Okay. So if that was the case, if it was truly the case that I, or Phoenix, was the case, then that would directly contradict the apparent receipt stating that Maya killed Mia. The witness's statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. I'm sorry, but I see nothing faulty. What? Unfortunately, I will have to penalize you, Mr. Wright. Ugh, I must be on the wrong track. Do I continue pressing? It was about 9, I believe. But the murder happened at 9, didn't it? Press? How do you know what time it was? Because I'm always absolutely perfect, you know? No, you're not getting away with that. You are so mistrusting, Mr. Lawyer. So, what was the proper term for secretary again? Anyway, Miss May ordered room service for 9. It happened soon after the room service arrived. That's what Miss May said, too. True, the bellboy who brought the coffee saw Miss May. But he testified that he did not see you at the time. This is your concern? Silly lawyer, Miss May received the coffee outside the room. Of course he could not see me. He would need X-ray vision to pull off something like that. Tell us, what were you doing at that time? Papers. Oh, God. Spiky-haired? Do I press on this again? What you just said directly conflicts with Miss May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated that the assailant looked like a girl. I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer. Just what is your eyesight? Counting both eyes, 40. Oh, for Pete's sake. 40? Don't add them together. I think the witness is trying to say his eyesight is good. Hey, whose side is the judge on anyway? And what did you do then? Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course. Comprende. I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the— There we go! You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? As you know, I am always positively. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail? The victim ran to the left, and you give chase. That directly contradicts Miss May's one and only bit of testimony that was not struck from the record. Wait right there! Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right. It's simple. You have misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left, as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Finally, a kick to the balls! Very strange. I did see her run to the left. I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. Which, again, would kind of... A kick to the dick! Yeah. But then again, this was the one thing that I was hung up last week when I was doing this, and that was how the mess was in the corner. Which, yeah, if that was the case, on one hand, if she did run to the left, that would explain why everything was such a mess in that corner. But yet, on the other hand, if May's testimony is correct, then the reason why it was such a mess over there to begin with was because that the first blow that missed, could have caused everything to break. So did he did witness the killing? Wait a second. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Miss May says right, and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? Aha! Yeah! Both are right. If he was saying she went to the left, that could have been his left. Which then aligns with Miss May's testimony that Mia jumped to the right. Both are right. Both witnesses are telling the truth. For once. Ha! I doubt it. Rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There is one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean he was not viewing the crime from the hotel? If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Fay and Company, of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the court where Mr. Wright was standing. Take that. This is where he was. Look. When the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from his point, to him it would appear as she ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes and ill taste. This is where the killer was standing. Order! I will have order! Anyone disturbing the order of the courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion? The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Oh, you provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing? The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well, let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. Alright. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That's what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice! Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? But wasn't the testimony and the proof saying that she was hit once? That does seem to make sense. Will you be cross-examining the witness testimony? You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. Okay. I didn't hit anyone. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no point in hiding things from the court. I'm not hiding anything. The prosecution requests that the defense refrain from interrupting the testimony. Mr. Wright, you've been warned. Why is he mad at me? Okay, hold on. Let me just review the court records. From a blow. But again, this piece of evidence seems to contradict something. What do you mean, next? Next is what comes after first. I know that. Then that is all you need to know, Mr. Lawyer. As I said, she turned and made a desperate dash to the right. So each of you saw different parts. Absolutely. That's right, of course. Where did he pick up that annoying phrase? Wait a minute. That sounds like the bellboy thing. Anyway, moving along. You hit her twice. So you were watching both times? I suppose I was, and please excuse me for not testifying to this sooner. What do you think, Phoenix? I think we got him right where he wanted. He slipped. Let him laugh for now. I'll soon wipe that smile off his face. Okay, I know that these two pieces of evidence are going to play a role at some point. But it's a matter of where I put it. You hit her twice. But that would end up contradicting the autopsy It was from a blow, not 2 blows. Mr. White, the victim died from a single blow. What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were abso-positively perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quite. The witness is confused because he is lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice! Don't let him get away! Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony. Crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this one now, White. Mr. White? Okay. He is not amused. The 2 accounts. Well... Is it just me, or is there now a more solid beat to the music? Miles, you've been a fan of this series for quite a while. Does that, did I hear the music correctly? It was softer at first, and now there's this, bass beat to it now. Well, anyway, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Other window? Yeah, you're reaching the end of his end point of his testimony, which means he's probably gonna be on the rope now. Well, see, I looked at the other window. What? When I heard that thing fall. Then the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her with a single blow. Thwap. Thwap indeed. Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it's hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. Okay, let's see here. Looked at the other window. Let me press on that. You heard that thing fall. What exactly was that thing? Huh? Oh, that? The glass light stand. Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix, doesn't something about that strike you as odd? Yeah, very odd. Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White. What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry, my bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course. A light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. Then the next moment I saw Miss Mia... There's another contradiction! But it ends up going back to what I was held up on last week. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. She turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwap. Phoenix, he's getting a lot less talkative. He's probably afraid I'll catch him on something. But it won't be easy. Press. Miss Mia? Mr. White, did you know the victim personally? No. Triple no. How could I? How would I? How could I? I see nothing odd about the witness knowing the name of the victim. Mr. Wright, I will not have you harrying the witness. You're looking a little flustered, Edgeworth. Miss, or any kind of former or formality or honorific would usually be used if you were knowing someone in a professional matter or as a general courtesy, even if they were a friend. Oh, that I already... I thought I... Okay, so that just basically Now, before, you said that she was hit before she ran. Yes, I must have been confused, but don't worry, we all know what happened now. She turned and ran for the door. What did you do then? I gave chase, of course. No, not me. The killer, I mean. He gave chase. Objection. Mr. White, please try to remain calm. Mr. Wright here is only trying to follow you with basic accusations. Oh, right. Thank you, Miles. Thwap? That doesn't sound like the savage attack from your earlier testimony. Oh, yes, yeah, well, I am a man of peace, you see. Right? Phoenix is getting a lot less talkative. The light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. Then the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. But then... Okay, let's see if my preemptive guts were right about that. Okay, so now the contradiction comes down to either the glass shards or the floor plans. If it was already on the floor, why was it shattered? Okay, let me try this. Nope. How exactly are these raised? They aren't. No, not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. I don't think that won me any points. Okay, chat, chime in. Hint. What evidence... give me a hint as to what evidence might be contradicted. There should be evidence against his claim about seeing the light stand. No, it wouldn't be that. But just perusing quickly. So not that. Should be evidence against his claim about seeing the light stand. The light stand would be... If he saw it from the window, apparently, then... Well, if the light stand was standing up or lying down... Either way, it's in the corner. He would not have possibly been able to see it from the hotel room. Whoop, I didn't mean to do that. Again? Single blow... Thwap. I'm down to my last 2 lives. Without seeing the light stand. You're on the wrong statement. When I looked. So I was on the right track, just the wrong statement. So would it be either plan again? Aha! Mr. White, it was impossible for you to see the glass stand. What? Look at this. These are the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White, what do you have to say to that? Ridiculosity. Mr. White, If you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell, and the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fey Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Oh, jeez, he got possessed. Mr. White? Mr. White, you did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor, Miss Mia. Looks like we're about to get our verdict. That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. What? Ugh. I forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White, I think the time has come. Should you confess your crime now? What? I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap. The wiretap? Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay. What does that have to do? Your Honor, the question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office and by who? No, you wouldn't! Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct? Correct! You are most correct, Miles. Give me a break! Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay Law, Co-Law offices. That's when I saw the accursed light stand. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the stand was in the office, the glass stand. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, at the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would have you believe that Mr. White was the murderer. I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White has been in the office well before the murder took place. When he went to the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is. Mr. White! You will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Leave it to me. I feel faint. Oh my god, this guy... Oh boy. Miles, who hurt you? Not you, Miles St. Bro. I'm talking about Edge Boy here. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay Co law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. Oh, you will find that out later. That is when I saw this glass light stand. So you saw the stand before the night of the incident, and this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over? By the sound? Correct! That is right! I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine. Gah! What am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. Alright, time to press this guy. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay Co. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. Why did you tap Miss Mia's phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. That seems far from confidentiality when you're tapping phones illegally. Do you have proof? April May knew the details of Miss Faye's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Huh? Right. Was it really you that went into the office, or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fay and Company law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's. And if I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fay and Company law offices. Of course, I done so. That's when I saw this glass light stand. Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I estimated a lasting impression on me. Such a beauticious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. Damn it, there's nothing there for me to press him on. Oh well, maybe he's rattled enough I can bluff something out of him. Oh no, don't tell me I've run out of ammo. I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. No more. I can't take this anymore. Mr. Wright, are you giving up? Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix! Phoenix, over here! I know that voice. Mia? Never give up, Phoenix. This must be just a memory. Mia. Where am I? The waiting lobby? What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. Ah, you're finally awake. Gah! Hey, Phoenix! Gah! That's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. You're Maya? Didn't you know all the Fey women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So, Maya is channeling you, Mia? That's right. I am Maya, but I'm also Mia. Now, I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. Huh? But... We don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won. Huh? You have that receipt in the court record, right? Oh, she's now spelling it. Oh, yeah. The one you wrote Maya on? Phoenix. Wright wrote that, not me. So, what do I have to do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. The front? It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000. Wow, big spender. Item... glass light stand. Date of purchase September 4th. Oh, September 4th. That's right, Phoenix. I bought the stand the day before I was killed. Whoa! Now, what did Mr. Wright say in his testimony? It was the beginning of September, the week of the murder. Now we have a contradiction here. He said that he saw the stand the week before the murder. There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go on. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right. So we were just kind of got... Honor in the court. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant rather... Are you all right, Mr. Wright? Yes, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now. Then, let's start where we left off. Your Honor, there is nothing to go back to. The cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Your Honor, please, give me one more chance. I promise you. This is the last time I'll ask you. But, as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter? I say, let us give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance. Okay, if he was that much of a psychopath, and Tits McGee saves the day, I guess so. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood? You're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side? Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt? Well, a glass light stand. And the date of purchase? Why, That was the day before the murder! Oh, you see? Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Fay and Company law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you? No. It's impossible. Uh-oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances. Very well. Then that's all for the trial of... Objection! Oh my god, what now? Not so fast, Phoenix Wright. What? No way he could worm his way out of this one. Oh wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth. There is a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Huh? Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry? This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There is no need to prolong this trial any further. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, if anyone is going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence. I see. Objection denied. What? The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow. No, there's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth is sure to come up with, or just make up something. And after Mia showed up to help me and all. Mr. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course, thank you for your time. Gah! The witness will stay. Mia? Phoenix, read this note out loud. Mia, what's this? Your Honor, if I may, you're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright. I would be too if I was being accused of a crime I didn't commit. You bet I am. My life is riding on this one. I have something I would like to read to the court. The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop! Deceased! Halt! Please, stop! Make him stop! How did you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now, or else this list will be released to the press. I confess. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with the thinker. Case closed, Your Honor. Phoenix. Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? You've done it again. That was quite a spirited defense. Well, who would have thunk it? Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that if you only knew how spirited it was. I get it. Well, this court finds the defense. Rather, the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned. Whew! Holy moly. September 9th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again, but congratulations. You're lucky I was born a Fae. I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. Damn it, now the courtroom has glitter everywhere. Was the confetti glitter? I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me, and Maya. I say yes. Proof? I won't forget it as long as I live. As long as you live? My time here is running out. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long. What? No! There's still so much to say. Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief! I'm not Chief anymore. Phoenix, can you come to the office tonight? Say 9 o'clock? The office? I'll see you later. Chief. Maya! Mia! September 9th, 9:02 p.m., Fay & Company Law Offices. Being here, it's hard not to think about that night. You came! Mia. I was kind of worried you might not. Huh? Of course I came. Well then, I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? Mia? You should see your face. Mia! What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. Maya? What? Did I look like my sister? Look like? You were her! I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Because of this. See? Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of... Huh? She means the office. This office. Someone has to help with the new Wright and Company law offices, right? And who better but me? Maya Fay, reporting for duty. Wait, no, on second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick! Maya here, ready to get down to business. Oh boy. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick? You know what it means? We're partners. You know, when I think about it, it's Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright and Company law offices. It's got a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here, watching. Right, okay, Nick, let's do it. Huh? Do what? Burgers, dummy, burgers! There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on, time's a-wasting. Okay, wait up! Whew. And that's the end of Chapter 2. Oh boy, what a wild ride that was. A brand new episode has been added. In the Japanese version, her favorite food is noodles instead. Yeah, I suppose that would make sense. Ramen noodles. I sure would like some authentic ramen about now. The good stuff. Grah! You have disgraced me for the last time, Seal Samurai. The pale moon in the sky cries for your blood. Looks like a show. The moon? No, it is you who should gaze upon the moon. For it will be the last moon you'll ever see. See you in hell, evil magistrate! Whoa! Ah! The warrior's swords gleam and strike in the moonlight. One has fallen, but who? Only the moon knows. Don't miss next week's exciting episode. The Dark Messenger returns. Whew. I really need to swig some water here. Well, that voice acting made me thirsty. October 14th, 5:31 p.m. Wright and Company law offices. That rocked! See you in hell, evil magistrate! Whoa, stop waving that broom around! Oh, Nick, I didn't know you were here. Of course I'm here. What was that surreal show you were watching? What? Nick, you mean you don't know the Steel Samurai? He's only the most popular TV hero for young people. Young? Like, how young? 10 years old? Then what the heck are you doing getting all excited? Hey, I'm only 17. That's 17. See? I'm a teen. Not like you, Nick. Hey, don't talk to me like I'm your grandpa or something. I'm only 24 myself. Then watch it with me. He's really cool, and it's really popular. When they asked grade school kids what they wanted to be, Steel Samurai was #1. I really worry about kids these days. I worry about them for a different reason. Gramps, well, the Steel Samurai's over. I guess it's time to close up the office. I guess. Wish we had some clients. A month has passed since my trial. Mia's murder was the talk of the town for some time, but no one paid any attention to the Wright and Company law offices. How am I going to pay the rent this month? It'll be okay. I'm sure some big client is just around the corner. October 16th, 8:14 a.m. Phoenix Wright's bedroom. Hello? This is Phoenix. Nick! Maya? What? It's still early. It's the Steel Samurai. The Steel Samurai got arrested. Huh? You mean the guy on that show? Yes! They're saying the Steel Samurai killed a villain. Isn't that what he's supposed to do? Yeah, on TV. Yeah, on TV. No, I mean, he did it in real life. He skewered a villain with his samurai spear. I've absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Just come to the office, quick. Please, Nick. October 16th, 9:22 a.m. Wright and Company law offices. Maya's here, watching television. Now for the morning news. The actor Will Powers was arrested yesterday. Powers plays the lead role in the popular kids show The Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo-Old Tokyo. He was arrested on suspicion of murder. The victim was Jack Hammer, who plays the villain known as the Evil Magistrate. His body was found still inside the Evil Magistrate costume. The samurai spear was also found struck through the body. Oh my god, was it just taken too far? Police believe this was the murder weapon and are investigating further. This has to be a joke. No, no, no. It's a nightmare. The Steel Samurai is over. The world is over. Bring, bring. Yes, Wright and Company law offices. What? Nick, it's the Steel Samurai. What? Yes, yes, of course. We'll be right there. Let's go, Nick. Go where? They have the Steel Samurai down in detention. So what? So I've decided this will be our first case. Well, what should we do? What should we do? How can you just sit there like that? We have to get down to the detention center and meet the Steel Samurai. Does she want to investigate this case or just do some sightseeing, I wonder? My money's on sightseeing. Any ideas? We don't have enough information to make a case yet. Just a minute, you don't have a clue what happened. No! We just don't have enough information. Okay. I don't think there's really anything to examine. It's a nice day outside. The hotel across the way is always full these days. There's the bellboy happily cleaning the room. Oh boy. Wait, what was that last bit? Then I realized that the poster doesn't actually say the title of the movie. Oh boy. Scarier still is the thought that I have to read all of these now. Actually, it's my desk now. Sitting here always makes me feel like a professional. Alright. Enough gawking around. Time to move. Detention Center. October 16th. Detention Center. Visitors room. Oh my gosh! He's a big... Holy moly. What's wrong, Maya? It's him, in the flesh. Is that guy really him? What do you mean, that guy? Of course it's him. Will Powers, our client. That's him. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but he's definitely did it. Murderer, at least once. Maybe twice. Oh, good grief. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you saying? Yes? Something wrong? No, no. This is getting off to a great start. I know. You're disappointed, aren't you? Disappointed? Oh, no. Oh, no. No, it's okay. This is the real me. When I got the part of the Steel Samurai with that mask, I decided I would never show my face in public until the job was over. It's the kids, you know. I didn't want to wreck their dreams. Oh. I guess it didn't matter. So much for the dreams. I wonder what they'll think of the Steel Samurai now. Maya is just a step above Nashu. Who is Nashu? Nick. What? He's a good guy. I mean, he's good. Yeah. He didn't do it. This guy... Almost seems like to come off as a human form of a certain hyena, a certain Knoll/hyena streamer. I don't know, must be the face. Maybe you could start by telling us what happened. Yes, of course. It seems like it was only yesterday. Actually, it was only yesterday. The case had come down to Global Studio. The cast has come down to Global Studios for a run-through. We went through a few action sequences at 10 that morning. There was a rehearsal scheduled for 5 in the afternoon, but when 5 came around and the staff gathered at the studio, the evil magistrate was found lying in a crumpled heap near the set. Oh my god. They took off his mask and discovered that it was Jack Hammer. Dead! He had been expertly skewered with the samurai spear. The samurai spear? Yes, it's a long spear that the steel samurai uses as a weapon. Maybe you could explain to me just what the steel samurai is. Nick, how could you say such a thing? I'm sorry, sir. I apologize for my partner. He's new to this and a bit out of touch with the world. Hey, who's new to this? No, it's alright. Really. The Steel Samurai is the lead character in a popular kids show. He walks the streets of Neo-Old Tokyo, fighting battle after battle against the evil magistrate and his minions. Of course, he never really defeats the evil magistrate. Although, I guess he did defeat him this time. I see. Neo-Old Tokyo? Who comes up with these names? Now, where were you on the day of the murder? Well, that morning I came to the studios at 9. We worked through some action scenes until noon. Rehearsal was to begin at 5, but I was a little tired. So after lunch, I took a nap in my dressing room. When I woke up, it was after 5. I was late for the rehearsal. I hurried to the studio and found everyone looking shocked. They arrested me on the spot and brought me here. So he was sleeping the entire afternoon of the murder? Some action hero. What will the kids think? I think I should probably check out the scene of the murder. Right, Global Studios. I'll draw you a map. Wow, Nick, let's go. I'm willing to bet $10 she asked for autographs. October 16th, Global Studios, main gate. Wow, so this is where they make the Steel Samurai show? Awesome! Aren't you excited? Hey, you there! You want in, you gotta go through me. Oh, sorry. We're, lawyers. Oh, yeah? Well, that's great. I'm security. And it's my job to make sure that gawkers like you stay out. Gawkers? Gawkers, sightseers, tourists. I know the type. You heard about the incident and came to snoop around. Youth today, something horrible happens, you all go sightseeing. Don't you have jobs? Maybe I should become a lawyer, too. Sounds like a... Okay, hold on a moment. You know, strange hippie clothes. What are you doing these days? Oh, sun hasn't come. Nick, okay, so that was all her? I thought for a moment I somehow enabled auto-scroll. I'm like, wait a minute, why the hell is she speaking so fast without me clicking? Will I grow up to be like her? Please say no. I don't know, it's possible. Hey, listen when you're being spoken to. Youth today. So, what do you do here at the studios? At Global Studios, we make sure children's dreams come true. In fact, it's my younger days. No, you were a star? Only a little twinkle between the stars here, I'm afraid, dearie. Oh, wow. This place has really gone downhill, you know? But 10 years ago, now that was a studio of dreams. Hammer was a big star back then, too. He was... Hammer? The victim. Dummy. The evil magistrate. He's been reduced to playing villains now. Not exactly the best material to work with. Can you tell me about Mr. Will Powers? He's not a bad kid, but don't be fooled by his mask. You wouldn't want him on the silver screen without it, believe me. Little old ladies watching would lose their lunch. That's probably why he thought that Steel Samurai was his big chance. No one thought he would be capable of doing what he did to poor Jack Hammer. We don't know for certain that Will Powers is guilty. Powers? Of course he's guilty. How do I know? I know everything. That's my job. What kind of person was Jack Hammer? What kind of person? Oh, if you only knew. Jack Hammer will live in the many hearts as the ultimate action hero. He was simply dashing in the Dynamite Samurai series. Should I have heard of that? But there was an accident during filming 5 years ago. He got an unlucky break after that, reduced to playing the villain on a children's program. What's more, I heard they were paying him peanuts. It's enough to make you cry. Why are you so certain Mr. Powers is the killer? I was standing right here yesterday. I was here from 1 in the afternoon to 5 when they found the body. Now the studio where the murder took place is to the left here. So if you want to go into the studio, you'll have to pass by me. Only one person went by here between 1 and 2:30 when the murder took place. And that person was Mr. Powers? Yes, I saw him. But Mr. Powers said he was sleeping in his dressing room. Oh, I'm sure he would say that. He's no fool. But he was the only one that walked by. He's the killer. You can bet your biscuits on it. Isn't it about time you be heading home? There's nothing to see here. Move along. Actually, we're here at Mr. Powers' request. Humph. I thought you were suspicious looking. Show me a letter of request, and maybe I'll just let you in. The lady here thinks she owns the place, obviously. Main student. Looks like a studio van. They probably use it to carry around film equipment. Security guard station. That security lane must be less like junk food. There's a mountain of it on the desk here. I can see the computer that runs the security cameras. Hey, don't touch! Oh, Jesus Christ! Okay, I wonder. What's that? You're giving that to me? Absolutely not. Okay, not the... She rambles a lot. The fast text is the gag. Okay, thank you. Dumb cat girl to Hildy. Oh, right. Alright, looks like we're gonna have to... Hello, how was the studio? They all think I did it, don't they? No, not at all. Is that right, Nick? Right, not at all. At worst, you're a suspect. Mr. Powers, you aren't hiding anything from me, are you? What? No, I'd never do that. Earlier you said that you were sleeping in your dressing room after lunch. Yes, like a baby. But the security lady says she saw you that day. She says she saw you hang towards the scene of the crime. What? That's not possible. I really don't know what to say. I was sleeping, I promise. Mr. Powers, if you want me to help you, you have to tell me the truth. I'm new to this lawyer business. I need every advantage I can get. I know. Sorry. But I swear to you, on my mama's grave, I was sleeping. Maybe the security lady only thought she saw me. What did she see? He doesn't seem to be lying. About the security guard at the main gate to the studio. Oh, the security lady? She's terrible. She called me suspicious looking. Yes, actually, she said the same thing to me before. Does she look at everyone with suspicion? That feels a bit far-fetched. Take off of that mask, were her words, I believe. She sucks up to all the bigwigs at the studio, but let her see you stumble once, and she'll never let up on you. Gosh, she's got some nerve. Do you think you could write up a letter formally requesting my representation? Of course. I just hope this will get me past that security lady. Alright, move. Back to the main gate. Crotchety old hag. Yep, I figured as much. Ma'am, have a look at this. It's a letter of request from Mr. Powers. Yes, I recognize that bold, childish scrawl. Powers' request given to the security lady. To think he would entrust his fate to youths of such unreliable appearance. Really? Really? Anyway, you may pass, but only left from here, toward the studios. No going to the right, that's the employer area. No one allowed inside, pal, were my instructions. The good detective told me himself— Fucking dick, gumshoe! Hey, Nick. Huh? There were maps in the security guard station. Hey, not bad. Those are 50 cents apiece, thank you! Well, time to go, Nick. 50 cents! Yeah, exactly. Dick! Alright. Oh my goodness, what happened here? Hey, Dick! Aren't you that murderer from the other day? Ah! It's that confused detective! Hey, pal, you know Prosecutor Edgeworth is all upset, and it's your fault! I saw him sipping tea and staring gloomily out the window. So? Hey, if he's depressed, it's all your fault for doing sloppy detective work. Detective? I think you hurt his feelings. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Well, I think his feelings are easily hurt. You're right, pal. It's all my fault. I can't blame other people. I can blame all other people all I want, but I know the truth in my heart. Hey, don't take it so hard. There's always the next case. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hey, what exactly are you two doing here? Well, we're on this case too, pal. Huh? Hey, you can't just go around saying pal like that. That's my endearing character trait. I'd say he's a character, all right. Yeah. So how's your investigation going, detective? Well, Hey, I can't tell you that, pal. Nick, maybe you need to be a little more indirect with your questions. Right. So, detective, mind if I got a look at what you got? What I got? The autopsy report. The latest version, if you please. Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal. Jack's autopsy report. Time of death, October 15th at 2:30. Cause, pierced through the chest by a spear. Death was probably instant. Why was Mr. Powers arrested? Simple, pal. The murder took place right over there in Studio 1. Now, the victim entered Studio 1 at approximately 1 p.m. At that time, there was no other man than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, the time of death was 2:30. Only one person went to the studio between 1 and 2:30. That person was none other than Will Powers. No one else, pal. If you think I'm lying, ask the security lady at the main gate. Nick, if that's true, anyone would think that Powers did it with that kind of evidence. Thanks for cheering me up. About the security lady. Oh, that sweet old lady? What a charmer. Oh, bullshit. Are we talking about the same person? Well, I showed her my badge. She gave me a donut and some coffee. Remember what Powers said? She's a sucker for authority. She even gave me a piece of valuable evidence. What? What kind of evidence? Well, that, photo. The photo of the Steel Samurai heading toward the scene of the crime. What? Who took that? See the camera up on that gate there, pal? The gate? You mean the one on the welcome sign? Yeah, whenever someone walks by, the camera automatically snaps a photo of them. Oh, no! Nick, he has evidence. We're finished. Funny, for someone with hard proof, he doesn't look too happy. What's wrong, pal? You seem down. Don't look so happy when you say that. Oh, we'd like to ask the employees here some questions. Sure thing, pal. Go wherever you like. Of course, you're not going to find any clues I haven't already found. I'm glad someone around here seems to be enjoying themselves. Nick, let's go. We've got a free pass to the place. Now's our chance to check things out. Alright, nothing left to talk to Gumshoe about. Hey, there's a camera there. That's the security camera. It takes photos of people going to the studio. All you have to do is look at the data and you can see who went where. There's a number plate on the camera. ST1307. That must be the camera ID number. Wait a minute. Oh, I thought it would have entered it into evidence. Looks like I gotta take a note of this. Excuse me, Momo. Sitting on my lap. ST1307. The studio mascot. I guess it's a monkey of some kind, but what kind of monkey has a nose like that? He's holding a sign in his hand. Right to Studio 1, left to Studio 2. What's up with that thing? It looks kind of busted. Oh, the wind was pretty strong yesterday and the head broke off. It took that tree down with it, too. Oh, I didn't mean to... You'll never be asked for information that's not in the record. Okay. Noted. I'm a little bushed. Maybe I'll take a short rest here. Hey, good idea, pal. Detective, aren't you on the case? Well, yeah, but hey, us detectives get tired of standing around too, pal. Hey, it's locked! Looks like you need a card key to get in. It makes sense that they would want to keep non-employees out. Okay, maybe that was the wind, but... Nick, look, that security lady's in the guard station stuffing her face with donuts. I guess all the cops like their donuts. Yeah, and they're soft enough she doesn't need teeth to chew on them. Or just a strong enough pair of dentures, I don't know. Hey, you! Well, are you satisfied Powers is guilty yet? She had to make my life harder by giving that photo to Detective Gumshoe. Why didn't you tell us about the security photo, madam? Oh, that? I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk with the detective himself. These things are important, you know. Oh, just to the left of here is the gate with the camera that took that photo. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see. This guard station is in central position. No matter where you go here, you pass by my station first. Now, poor Hammer, he went to the studio just before 1. The murder happened right around 2:30, see? The only one I seen going through here between 1 and 2:30 is Powers himself. The security camera got a good look at him, too. He's not the one who did it. I don't know who it is. Maybe. Maybe it was you? Yeah! Good one, Sonny. She thinks I was joking. Was the victim Mr. Hammer a popular actor? Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio. Was, past tense? Oh, yes, he was great as the bearded samurai. That too, yes. He's shown the brightest back in the day. Making a star that can play the evil magistrate, it's a disgrace, I tell you. Hammer took it pretty hard, and who can blame him? About the security camera. Oh, yes, the camera. It's automatic. It can tell when someone walks through the gate, see? Then it snaps a photo. Apparently, it records the time when it takes the picture, too. But I don't bother myself with those details. I just view all the photos on the computer over the security station. I check them every day before going home, I do. Nothing new to examine. Nope. October 16th. Global Studios, employee area. Nick, this is where they do all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Hey, look, there's Powers' dressing room. No one's here this soon after the murder, I guess. Let's take a look around. Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. Huh, it's so normal. I was expecting some cool theme snacks or something. Popcorn, at least. Oh, wait, look, samurai soda. Nick, try this. Ladies first. The remains of yesterday's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak. T-bone steak. That would have hit the spot. You just had a burger. Yeah, but I have a second stomach just for steaks. What? There's a sign by the dressing room door. That security old bag was very funny in the anime. I remember that. Good to know. She's a dick! Will Powers, must be you need to be a star and have your own room like this. A window to the dressing room. The glass is frosted, so I can't see inside. It's not locked. Hey, Nick, let's take a look inside. Maybe we could find something as a souvenir. What do you mean, find? You never know. There might be something like the samurai spear. We don't need a spear. And that's the murder weapon, for crying out loud. That must be the storage room. That's where they keep all the film equipment. Wow, Nick, you know a lot about the industry. What else would they keep in a film studio? A point there. Powers' dressing room. So this is where he was sleeping? Or at least, this is where he claims he was sleeping. No one actually saw him take a nap here, did they? Right, and there's a picture of him near the crime scene. I hope he's telling the truth. For his sake. Looks like someone was sleeping here. Maybe Powers did take a nap here yesterday. It's locked. Looks like he doesn't open his window much. I guess it's kind of dusty outside. Kind of dusty is a understatement. There's some regular suits in among the costumes here. Those must be his own clothes. It'd be fun to wear one of those costumes. I'd say you were already wearing one myself. Just a heads up, some areas will have more than one screen. There's a button to slide to the other side if there's a prompt in the UI. Oh, okay. Keep an eye out for that. They always have mirrors like this in the dressing rooms. I see my hair is still nice and spiky. Just how I like it. There's a vast array of cosmetics here. Oh, this is the wig you used in Samurai Boogie Woogie. Nick, try this on. No. And how can you tell the name of the show just by looking at a wig? I, kind of like samurai movies. Kinda. This must be Powers' bag. Hey, don't open that. Look, an employee card key. That must be Powers'. It says Studio 1. Let's take it, Nick. Borrow it, you mean borrow. Teen cookies. Nick, I'm hungry. You just had a burger. Yeah, but I have separate stomach for sweets. How many stomachs does this girl have? I wonder what else is... Stop that! My partner, the thief in training. Alright. So when you mean button, you mean like an arrow like would be on the left or right side of the screens? Kind of similar to like perusing back and forth between witness testimony? No, just a button on your controls. Ah, okay. Let's go and check it out, Nick. I wonder if this car key we borrowed from the dressing room will work. It opened. All right, we're in. She's way too happy for someone visiting a crime scene. The employee area has another spot. Oh. Okay. Oh, slide! Okay. There we go. Okay, thank you for that. The metal grate on the here has been taken off. That's a pretty big drain. A kid could fit through there, I bet. Yeah, if you snuck into that way, you wouldn't have to pay at the gate. Well, if you want to leave that way, be my guest. Right. Huh? Hey, I'm not a kid! Well, you're technically a minor, so I guess. There's a half-finished backdrop for a stage here. Looks like a castle. Probably Neo Tokyo Castle. Looks like one of those electric-powered bicycles. I don't know about these. I mean, what's the point? It makes it a lot easier to go up hills. Don't people cycle to get exercise? Oh. Yeah, I already looked at that. Well, it looks like there's nothing else to look here, so... Yep. Alright. Alright, so keep an eye out for the slide option when it comes to examining areas. Inside Studio 1. What is it? You're real quiet all of a sudden. Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? That white tape. It's so real. Well, the evil magistrate did die here, and the steel samurai killed him. The murder weapon was the samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me. Okay, no slide here. Look, a ladder. That's a step ladder. So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on a narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Right, sorry. This girl is out there! Wow, look at that camera. That must cost a ton. Yeah, so don't touch it. Whoa, it's heavier than I thought. Hey, you, no touching that! Sorry, my partner is kind of, you know... You know? No, I don't know. Who are you? Who, me? I'm an assistant here. I help with the props and stuff, moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. We're lawyers representing Mr. Will Powers. Oh, you're WP's people. WP? Oh, Will Powers. WP, I get it. I don't envy you guys one bit, but do what you can for WP, okay? He never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent. Don't worry, leave this to us. Did you tell me anything about the day of the murder? Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see. Only one assistant? Yes, well, the studio isn't doing so well right now. And yesterday was the only rehearsal for our action sequence. Oh, I see. In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there, along with everyone else. The employee area, that's where Powers' dressing room is, right? Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Then I saw WP go into his dressing room. But I didn't see either of them after that. Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room? No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it is his private... What kind of girl do you think I am? What kind? No, I'm sure you're a fine girl. Sorry. So much for getting a confirmation of Powers' alibi. What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If WP was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph. Sorry, I know you're busy. Not really. Actually, there's been something bothering me. Aha! That's what I'm talking about. A clue. A lead. Well, I don't know about that, but that day, just after noon, I sensed someone was here. You sensed? Yes, several times. Some other studio employees, maybe? No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run-through. I was the only assistant here that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside, which would explain the grate. Really? But wait, if someone had to come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed them? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks. That helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot. So you sense that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio? Yes, I think. I think doesn't cut it in a witness testimony. Nick, what about that security lady? If someone else came into the studio, she must have seen them. Wow, look at that camera. Yeah, so don't touch it. Whoa, it's heavier than I thought. Wasn't she just reamed for that? Hey, look. That's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of those. Hey, Nick, take a look at that. One of those black and white boards that clap at the start of me. And look, a megaphone. A real live megaphone. Ready, Nick? Action! This girl is more troubled than I thought. What's this? That's a reflecting light. They call it a reflecting screen or something like that. The assistant holds it during the filming. Huh. What? Where's your enthusiasm for all things entertainment? Well, lighting is fine, but I want to be the director, or maybe the Steel Samurai. I think she's being serious. They outlined where Jack Hammer's body lay with tape. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. I guess that's why the head part looks like a helmet. Funny, I expected a spear stabbing would leave at least a few blood stains. I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. Yeah, if someone was stabbed directly through the chest, you would think that there would be a pool of blood there. Looks like a backdrop for a stage. This must be used in the Steel Samurai show. Of course, that's the mountain, Neo Fujiyama. Doesn't the Steel Samurai take place in Old Tokyo? Can you even see Mount Fuji from there? Not Old Tokyo, Nick. Neo Old Tokyo. Oh, right. I got my voices mixed up. Alright. Move. What? You're still here? Really? You should look as though you've seen a ghost. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face. I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here in between those times? Sure as can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from the outside here that day. What? Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time? Ma'am? Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? Eek! Alright, you better tell me quick, you spitely-haired cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh? We were just talking to the assistant in Studio 1. Her? She's not even a full-time employee. All you young'uns are like that nowadays. Running your mouths like there's no tomorrow, saying that. Well, I want to tell you all I can deal with the others back in the day where we were crying. Shame on you a girl like that. Ah! She left. Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can do without her looking over our shoulders. Well, at least, yeah. Computer that runs the studio security cameras. Nick, maybe if you can see that photo of Powers with this computer. Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Yeah. Okay, let's give it a try. You know how to work these things, Nick. Looks like I just have to enter a few numbers. Let's see. First, I need the date of the murder. It looks like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day. That was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. Please enter the number of the security camera. Well, good thing I wrote that down to remember. There, entered. Hey, it printed out the data for that day. Let's see what we got. Huh? How is this a picture of Will Powers? Well, he is the one who always wears the suit. I guess that's why the security they thought it was him. I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Something's printed on the back. Huh? October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2? What does that mean? Maybe there's one more photo data from that day? Nope, that's the only one in the computer. Someone deleted something. Powers? Photo added to the record. Hey, Nick! Can't we use this photo as evidence for the trial? Yeah. We'll put that security lady in her place with this. Right, we'll put her in her place. Hey, that's what I said. Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says. Wait, let's not. Why not? It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. Nick, you're craftier than I give you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate. Hey, why do I have to be the villain? Relax, it was just a joke. So, are we done for today? I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady? I somehow doubt that. She would have to put on quite a bit of padding to pull off that bulky look. And the face was turned away. So, it was someone who knew that the camera was there, but figured that maybe dressing up as the samurai might be enough to throw people off track. Turnabout samurai is the thing. Alright. October 18th, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 4. Order in the court, will everyone rise? Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statements, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well. I call the most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Oh boy, not again. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studios, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate through the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there's a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here is Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. You know, come to think of it, that doesn't look like a lot of costume for, to absorb a lot of blood. I have a feeling that maybe he died and the wound was inflicted post-mortem. But I'm putting that aside, just focusing on what we know now. Time of death was 2:30. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case, in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to that whole thing again? Just for clarity's sake. I'm sorry, could you describe that one more time? I should have known it would be you, pal. Fine. One more for the mentally challenged lawyer. Yeah, live it up while you can, Gumshoe. What a dick! Yeah. Okay, let me... That's really all there is to the court record? I think I could probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear? How medieval. Samurai. This spear was found stuck in the chest of the victim. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Will the witness declare her name? Old bag. Oh, Jesus Christ. My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please? Oh, dearie, no need to get... Just call me Grandma. Your name, please! Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witness to say their names. Wendy... Oh, my God. Oh, brother, that's her actual last name. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. So just call me Grandma. It's practically my name. So even though I was Oldbag, but and can you believe it? But there was this boy, the captain of junior high school. He called me an Oldbag. Oh my God! Objection! Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff, dearie. Ugh. You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. Ugh. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 and I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30, right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked by me at 2. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Alright, so just to refresh my memory. 2 p.m. Okay, saw someone, but hard to tell. Anyway. Just double... That's just the guide map. Oh, yeah, before I get out of hand here, I better just save. Okay. What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. Answer the question. Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers, observing, you know. Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job. I'm not sure your boss would see it that way. Anyway, I was always watch Hammer's run-throughs. Always. Never missed one in all my years. Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run through too. You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. 2 o'clock, you sure? Sure as spit. Well, who was the man? Really, you should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain something. Now, don't get your skitties all in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. Alright, gotta get ready for work. Good luck. Yep, I'll try. Take care, Miles. Don't let work get you down. I feel like I should press a little more. So you saw Mr. Powers? That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, Sonny? Nick, this is your chance. Yeah, time to pull the secret weapon. I say it again, it was him. I feel like this is a good time. Let me get this straight, old bag. Ms. Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in the photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo-Old Tokyo. Miss Oldbag, is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that as Powers, right? No, they can't! Oh, even the prosecution is like, you can't see the face. How can you tell? Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. I know that! I wasn't born yesterday! No one in this court is accusing of that, Miss, witness. He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in his photo is Mr. Powers, do you? Nosy old man. Of course I have proof. What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised? The prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time. I feel like he's trying to straighten out his character, but... How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good evidence, pal, as he didn't even give it a second look! Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof, then. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. Oh, really? That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his legs, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy? So he had sprained his ankle? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. Yeah, there's really nothing to press at this moment. It's like, nothing to present, excuse me. Obviously can't show the badge. The autopsy report, well, that's given. Map. And I mean, what's to say that, especially with those long things, how can you tell if someone is the leg may still be moving just fine, but it's dragging? I don't know. Anyway, time to press. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. Okay. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. Let me press on that. Trip and fall? Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh! So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course. You helped make it better? I kissed it where it hurts. Of course you would! Let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where was this assistant, then? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. You may continue your testimony. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. He broke a prop? Sure did. His own samurai spear. His samurai spear, the murder weapon. Luckily, I was there when my duct tape to fix it. This strikes me as a significant detail. I better write this down in the court record. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there's one thing that bothers me, which is, where is this Steel Samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes. And it's clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. Are you sure? You're sure, Your Honor? Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also. Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. Okay. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw going to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be the Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Are you absolutely sure? Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody's suspicious looking passed by at all. Nobody's suspicious looking? Right. No one else went there. Are you sure? The witness has answered the question. Anyone going to the studio had to pass by the witness. That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy. Edgy boy? Old Windbag sure has balls, or, well, you know what I mean. Old Windbags have a way of skipping over important details and all, or for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps? What about before you got to the guard station? You mean before one? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them. How do you know that? Didn't I just explain? I gave donuts to the young detective, and then, after some rubbish about being a secret pal, he told me everything. I see Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officers' fondness for donuts. How convenient. Oh boy, this is really, Oh boy. Try pressing it. There's got to be a contract. Question that the person is will with the photo more. Oh, yeah, chat, chime in. Hint, please. Well, what was that one scene? How do you know that? Didn't they just... That's more of an explicit answer, Wolf. I would rather... If I wanted an answer, I will say so, consider that your warning. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sirree, Sonny. So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture? And here, I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out of this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are the printed words, October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. Even I know what it means to be taken on 2 p.m. on October 15th. Really, Sonny? Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is a bit at the end of where it says, photo number 2. Photo number 2? The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo 1 if it were the only photo? Order! Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that no one but 2 people went to the studio that day, yet there is only one data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access, the security lady herself. Watch your mouth, you whippersnapper! The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by.
Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean.
Can the witness explain this to the court?
I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help.
Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either.
Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper, too. Whippersnapper?
Something the matter, Miss Oldbag?
That's right. I just remembered something.
Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai?
Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way.
I see. Your testimony, please. The other person.
Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security camera and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day.
Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this!
Well, of course, Sonny. I've only just remembered it.
Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination.
Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security camera and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see.
How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking?
Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces, for the most part.
For the most part? This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag.
Well, I didn't touch the suspicious-looking photo. Will Powers' photo, did I?
I think she's missing the point. Well, who in the heck was in the photo you erased?
A fanboy.
Fanboy?
Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day.
Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words.
Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and, well, that's where they come in.
They come in through the drain?
I told you they were freaks. Oh, and? They're kids. Children. Whippersnappers.
Kids? So on the photo that you erased?
It was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade.
What?! Order! Order! Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on the way to the studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be about 2nd or 3rd.
Oh yes, well, see there, we see that his type there every day. Can't stop him. Can't catch him.
A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I'd think. It's quite heavy.
Right. As I said, I didn't pay much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect.
Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time.
(11:08 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3.
Mr. Powers? Yes? Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio? I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest.
So, who was in the Steel Samurai in that security photo?
How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should take better care of that stuff.
I didn't imagine anyone would steal a Steel Samurai costume. Boy, if you would know. So, where does this leave me? It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now.
Nick, what are you going to do?
First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this.
Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that it can get at another day.
Right. But if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic.
I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick, it's time.
Okay, let's go.
What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers, and I will go ahead and save. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on the matter? The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do not have may not be hard evidence. There's still no one else that could have committed the crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order! Interesting. Let us hear what you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough. So who is this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder? It's a toss-up between the grade school boy and the sister girl. I still have plenty of chances, so it's like if the grade school boy might have possibly been there. It's the grade school boy. Why isn't anyone saying anything? Bah! Are you seriously suggesting the boy did it, Mr. Wright? Grade school boy kills veteran actor star with a spear? For one thing, the murder weapon was with the steel samurai. Would you care to explain just how the boy would have obtained it from him? Maybe that was a dumb move on my part. Maybe? How absolutely, Nick? Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I will have to penalize you as warned. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Maybe we move on, Mr. Wright. This fight ain't over yet. If you would, one more chance. Very well, go ahead. So who was... It was the assistant. The steel samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it, and in doing so, became the steel samurai. So you're saying the steel samurai in the picture is really the assistant? That is correct, Your Honor. If you're serious, you've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo? Wasn't the steel samurai a little lame? He was dragging his foot. Oh, bad feeling time. Remember, the testimony concerning Powers' injury. Powers and Poorhammer were... What, me? What about the assistant? The assistant knew nothing of Mr. Powers. She could look the steel sign with her costume, but she couldn't walk. She could have limped. Ugh. That kind of takes the legs out from under that case. Damn it. So it would have to obviously be the security lady. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? The steel samurai was dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag. What? Whippersnapper! Order! Is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you! Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself and in other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the steel samurai costume. Then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble wearing the steel samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent. Deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right there. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. Huh? That's odd. Isn't the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump in with ejection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time.
What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there. Do something.
What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this whole way? The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day.
But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer?
You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive, too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope.
Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased.
He's only a grade schooler, though, as you said. 2nd or 3rd grade, was it?
That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer.
What? How can you be so sure? Or is it to be nice? Literally, they objected, and I was penalized for accusing the young kid. I have proof. Proof? Indeed. Then let's see this proof is right. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder? Would it be the murder weapon itself? Your Honor, the murder weapon was the samurai spear. The very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible. I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? The windbag. Speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Windy. What was her name? Something old bag, Your Honor. Even Edgeworth is like, yeah, I'm done with this. Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. Court is adjourned. Oh, wait a second! I'm not going to sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me! I'm talking! Oh, God. Oh, great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk. Miss Oldbag, what's this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there is something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about? By whom? Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify. My lips were sealed. Oh, great. I put myself in a disadvantageous position because of my stupid choices. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. But Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now? Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Press on that one. Who were these people? Well, the director and the producer, for starters. The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course. Yes, well, I'm just surprised no one asked about it. So, where were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime, and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? There was a Studio 2? Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue? I think I've already asked all my questions, but let's continue. So they were actually in the studio. Yes, the whole day. When they heard about the murder, they came before they beat it before the cops came. Ugh, I'll kill this woman, I swear it! I feel sorry for Edgeworth almost. She really left him hanging on this one. I guess pressing her was the right thing to do. For an old windbag, she sure likes keeping secret. Let's get as much info as we can. Them. Who are these people? Yeah. Okay, this was just basically looping around to, a repeat of the scene from earlier. I think I've asked everything there could be. Your Honor, we have learned there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. Nothing to do with it? Yeah. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people we've just been told of. Ugh. I understand, Your Honor.
This ends the day's proceeding in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. Yeah, exactly. Nothing to do with it. That seems very suspicious. Just take my word for it. I got nothing to do with it. I feel like there's some corporate espionage going on here. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me.
Oh, really? It's nothing. Oh, or should I?
We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination.
So, Nick, have we figured out just who it was in that steel samurai costume? Could it really have been the old windbag?
What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really.
Neither do I, Nick.
Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers.
Poor old windbag. I kind of feel sorry for her.
Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios.
Right. We'll be back to visit you soon.
Thanks. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I feel like this could be a classic case of corporate espionage. But whether that's the case, well... who's to know? Who's to say? October 18th. Whew, what a day.
There's no time for relaxing, Nick. Say, you think WT's got a chance? I guess that really depends on the people who found out about today's trial. The director and producer?
Yeah, them.
Well, what are we doing here then? Let's go to the studios.
Amen to that. 2:16 p.m. No one's here. Right, now that they have Miss Oldbag in custody, I guess they don't have anyone else to replace her.
Hey, in the guard station, look, she left her donuts.
What? I wasn't going to eat them! Is there anything else here? It's been turned off for the day. Well, that's alright, sus. Alright, let's get a move on here.
Hey, Nick, it looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today.
You're right. He's probably up to his neck in paperwork after the commotion at today's trial.
So, Nick, remember that Studio 2 we heard about at the trial today? It was down that path with the fallen tree, right?
Yeah, I think that's what they said.
Maybe the director and the rest of them are there today? Now's our chance, Nick. Let's check it out.
This is Studio 2? I thought so.
It doesn't really look like much a studio, doesn't it?
No, that it does not. Hey, there's a trailer over there. Looks pretty sturdy for a movie set trailer.
Are we sure this is a studio?
Okay, time to examine the place. An incinerator. Apparently they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. Either they don't clean it much or they just burned something. A light van for moving staff and equipment around. They've kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it'd run fine.
Well, let's go for a drive.
Sure, if I had a license.
Nick, you don't have a driver's license?
But look, I have this.
Why are you showing me your attorney's badge, Nick?
Okay, that was an impromptu sharing of the badge. Looks like these two people ate here. There's nothing left on the plates.
Hey, so they ate T-bone steaks too.
What is it with steaks around here?
Hey, there's always room for steak. But something does seem out of place.
What?
I don't know, it just feels odd.
Employees were eating steaks at the, in the employee area as well. There's some overlap. I may be overthinking it, but doesn't it feel odd to kind of overlap like that? There's some flowers here.
Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these.
Don't get close. That fence looks dangerous. Yeah, speaking of... It looks like something got bent.
These look like materials for making a movie set. They've been sitting here for quite some time. This might as well be a junkyard. On closer inspection, this trail looks like it's been here for a while. I don't think this is part of some temporary film set. Nick, let's go inside. You think it's okay? Oh, well, it's locked. Ah, shucks. Probably. But it doesn't look anything like a studio. Yeah. Something's fishy here. There doesn't appear to be anything else to look at here. Doesn't seem to be switched on today. Look, it's that assistant girl. Hey! Hi. WP's lawyers, right? I heard about the trial. Great job, guys. Oh. Don't mention it. Is it true they caught the security lady? Actually, she just called me. She told me to cover up the drain. You mean that one? Wow, what a mess. I know. It's not so good with handiwork. Some assistant, right? Yeah, but you do work on the props and the backdrops, right? Right. It's just, lots of times they end up looking worse than they did before I fixed them. Oh? Oh, well, I'm sure these things happen. Nothing to worry about. You're right, I won't. Personally, I think she should worry at least a little bit more. If you'll excuse me, I have to go to the guard station. I'm supposed to fill in for Miss Oldbag. Right, see you later then. Good luck with your investigation. That literally looks like folded cardboard tied up with duct tape. So the fanboy they were talking about in the trial today came in through that drain? So it seems. I guess they covered it up in a hurry. Hey, Nick. If that drain's covered, the boy won't be able to get in. Yeah, I think that was the idea. I feel kind of sorry for him, though. Don't you? What, you want to rip the grate off? Really, Nick? We can't? Whoa, is she serious? Uh-oh. Oh, God. No, let it be. I think we should leave it on. They only just repaired it. And if we take it off, the assistant will get yelled at by you-know-who. Yeah, I guess so. Wow, I didn't expect her to take it that hard. Oh my God! No, leave it. Yep. This is where the steel samurai costume was on the day of the murder. That's what Mr. Powers says, at least. I guess they snuck in and took it while he was sleeping. But Nick, what if Mr. Powers hadn't been sleeping? I wonder what the killer was planning on doing then. I'd still rip it off? Supermarket tabloids? Wow, I'm kind of shocked. Maya, leave those alone. Wolfmen found on Mars? I'd have to buy that issue. Oh my God. There's an array of cosmetics here. Samurai Boogie Woogie. Nick, get with the picture. Look, can you explain to me how you can identify a show by wig? I just like samurai movies. So you're seriously suggesting that I should probably go the Hildebrand approach on this thing?
Just not chew it up and just be like, ah, whatever. Okay, let me just save this here. If something bad happens, it's on your tail, Wolf. You know, Nick, you're pretty swell sometimes. Sometimes. Hey-ya! There. That should make the kids happy. The things we do. Ugh. Must be nice to live so free of guilt. Ugh. Alright. I think that's enough looking around. Oh, hello. Oh, you look a little out of place. It's the clothes, isn't it? I thought my camo vest might do the trick. Kind of an alternative guard fashion thing? So how are the studios doing? There's police wandering around everywhere. It's terrible. They won't even let me clean up. Don't want me disturbing evidence. I haven't even cleaned up our lunch plates from the day of the murder. You mean those plates with the steak bones left on them in the employee area? Yeah, can you believe it? Do kids sneak in here a lot? Well, I don't think there's that many of them, but I do see one in particular a bunch. He always gawking at the sets or snapping pictures. You should see old Windbag's eyes flash when he sees him. She has a bit of trouble catching him, though. I heard something at the trial today. They said that the director and producer were here in the day of the murder. Oh, sorry. I was in the prop storage room, so I didn't see them. I guess they're here, though. The studio head seemed pretty eager to keep us quiet. So they were trying to protect the director? More the producer, really. The producer's our real star here. She saved these studios from the brink of disaster and kept them running. I don't think we'd still be in business if it weren't for that producer. The producer, huh? Oh, please don't touch anything there. The security would knock the stuffing out of me if she knew. Anything we could present? I don't really want to be in here. Yeah, it's a murder scene. I want to go someplace else. Nick? And I'm not... So much for not wanting to be here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to find. Head outside. I don't know, let me take a look one more time at the studio, too. This place is deserted. Eek! Nick! What was that noise? It sounded like it came from inside the trailer. Someone must be inside. Hello? No answer. Pretty suspicious if you ask me, Nick. Let's go in. I'm not sure we should be barging in. Huh? It's locked. What? Don't we have a key? No, but there's probably one at the guard station at the main gate. Then what are we waiting for? Let's borrow it, if they'll let us. Oh, please. I really want that key. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. Someone was probably ransacking the place here. Oh, nope. Or do I just simply... How do I press on this one? Wait a minute. Could we possibly move somewhere else? The detention center. Sorry, thank you for... Not at all. We got lucky, to tell the truth. So, yeah, that's not... So, do you have any leads that might get us in the right direction? Sorry, but no. Can't rely on getting lucky again tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, that I know of. That security lady's pretty strict with them. But in today's testimony, didn't you say they were often hanging around? The kids really love the Steel Samurai. They see past which is not looking, I guess. Was the director at the morning run-through? Yes, he was. He was directing how the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate should move. Why didn't you tell us that before? Well, just the studio asked us to keep it quiet. That has nothing to do with this. I hate to repeat myself, but Nick is here as a newbie lawyer, fresh off the bar. When he loses, he's going to lose big. I see. Whose side is she on? You aren't hiding anything else from us, are you? No, I sure hope not. What do you think we should do? Huh? Why don't we do what you just said? We gotta get at the scoop on this. Oh, right. Then there's no point in hanging out here. That's what I've been saying. Let's go to the studios pronto. What's this anyway? Looks like she didn't know about this photo or that injury that went. Never mind. Say, you work with props, right? About that murder weapon. You mean the samurai spear? Yeah, it's a prop, but it's still pretty heavy. I hate having to carry that thing around. So you have to be pretty strong to use a weapon. Why is this probably the only person I could think of? Maybe next... Okay, I'm stuck. Chat, chime in. Where am I supposed to go from here? Unless... Wait a minute. Now that we've kind of moved out from... What the fuck? Who are you duels Lamount? What? What the fuck is... Who the hell is that? Wait, you first. Who are you? You look pretty suspicious to me. Whatever. Lamers? Oh my god, I can't believe I'm actually able to translate this damn thing. How can you not know the great Salmonella? I make delete each shows. The Steel Samurai mine. Read the film credits. Really? You're the Salmonella? Oh boy. I'm so sorry. You looked so sorry. No, quite alright. Really, it's fine. Roll awful. Oh god, I'm gonna have a stroke trying to read this guy's lines. What is it? You know, on closer inspection, yeah, hot. Ew, don't ever do that again. Hey, do you do a lot of cosplay? Because that costume rockstars. Rockstars? What? Hey, you're drooling. Lol, buffer overrun. You've triggered my creative powers. Oh, Jesus. Yes, it's coming to me, Pink Princess. The sequel to Steel Samurai, Pink Princess, Warrior of Little Old Tokyo. Oh my god. Oh god. This is so cringy. Pink Princess? Why's it gotta be Little Old Tokyo? Why can't it have a cool name like Neo Old Tokyo? Maya, we really do need to talk about cool. Did you notice anything unusual on the day of the murder? Oh, I know who dudes are that at security told you about us, eh? That's right. It's a pretty regular day. We had a run-through for an action scene in the morning, then a meeting from lunchtime in the Studio 2 trailer. I was so busy I didn't even get a chance to eat lunch. Sad face. T-bone steak, was it? Yeah, sucks. I hate missing out on food. What? Nick, what does suckers means? I think he's nerdily put out the word suckers. No idea. Anyway, I was in a meeting from noon until after 4 with the producer and some bigwigs from the network. Mr. Hammer's time of death was estimated at 2:30. If he's telling the truth, that meeting gives him an alibi. About the producer who was at the meeting with you. Oh, you mean Deveske? She's a genius. Mad skills all the way. Scary, though. She brought these studios back from the brink of destruction. She's the one who made it possible for me to make the Steel Samurai. You had a meeting with her on the day of the murder, right? Yeah, we were together from noon to 4, the whole time. Who exactly are these bigwigs people keep mentioning? Oh, the boss over at the network and some sponsors. Also a few production guys. They piled into a limousine and got here right around noon. Major tension. Ugh. Were all of them with you the entire time? Yeah, unfortunately. They're all gray-haired geezers. Ugh. Sounds like they'd all be reliable witnesses. Whoop. This is WP, right? How do you know? Well, look, he's obviously dragging his foot. Oh, right. The director would know about the injury. He was there. Okay, that was a bit of an uncomfortable... Oh. Ugh. Aha! You again! Eek! How rude acting like you've seen a ghost. Well, you kind of do look like a ghost. You certainly got back to your post quickly. Oh, the police took me away? They did. They pulled out a spare Steel Samurai costume, told me to put it on. Can you imagine? How could I, a sweet little lady, wear a giant suit like that? Mr. Powers is pretty tall. As soon as they saw there was no way I could wear it, they let me go. I guess I would rule her out being the murderer. Anyway. Oh. Ooh, excuse me. Now this whippersnapper, this old lady never forgets a slight or insult. And you won't get any information out of me. My lips are sealed. You sure are talking a lot for someone with sealed lips. Starting now. 1, 2, 3. This lady's too much. I'm about the kid you said you saw. If I see him again, I'm taking him down. Nick, look at her eyes. She's serious. About the director, the one who was there on the day of the murder. If I see him again, I'm taking him down. I think she's losing it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hey, oh, touch it. Guess I'd better investigate there later. Why don't pay his hat back on? Maybe we should ask that assistant? I'm not sure we really want her fixing anything. And you probably need a crane to move that thing. Probably so. And again, that costume did not look like the most... Yeah, so don't touch it. Stop that! Boy, I'm really running out of places to go to.
Again? Hey! Hey, wait! I bet it came through that drain. Hey, Kiddio. What's your name, sport? I'm not a kid, so don't talk to me like that. Huh? But you are a kid! What a rude little brat. There's no way to talk to an adult. I don't see no adults here, hippie fashion chick. Hippie fashion? Nick, I think I'm being mocked. You gotta hand it to Maya. She's pretty sharp and pretty mad. I'm Cody Hackins. Call me Kiddio again, and I'll cut you down where you stand, evildoer. So you're a fan of the Steel Samurai? I'll tell you out of that name, evildoer. What do you mean? We're the Steel Samurai's side. Ha! Ha ha! You can't fool me. Kid, you're gonna poke someone's eye out with that. Calm the hell down. Okay, then what's the last line said by the innkeeper in episode 8? Ha! Easy. Like some fries with that? Huh, not bad, Kiddio. Watch it. What are they doing? Say, you heard anything about the incident the other day? You were here, weren't you? Did you see anything? He always, the Steel Samurai always wins. Always! Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything. What? But no way I'm telling you losers. What? Wait. Let me go. He's gone. Huh. Something fell off the table when he bumped into it on his way out. Bottle? Why is this sitting here, I wonder? Found sleeping pills? Anyway, what was that kid saying? He saw everything. Okay, so in the end, there might have been that might have forwarded the story, even though I'm not again. Well. Told you. I just went on the presumption that it's like you would rip it off just to be a little. I try. Why are you staring at me like that? Oh my god, now the weirdos are really starting to come out of the woodwork. Huh, where's that old windbag? Odd of her to leave her post. Hey! Nick, that was her. Stop! Whippersnapper! Yeah, sounds like she's chasing after that boy. Netch! Uh-oh, she tripped. Maya sure looks happy. Hey, this may be our chance. Hey, Nick, now's our chance. Let's check out the guard station. Good idea. Oh, this is it, Nick. The trailer key. The key to that trailer in Studio 2. We're borrowing this, right, Nick? Alright, now we're getting somewhere. I wonder if the key we borrowed from the guard station will work. It opened. Great! Let's go, Nick. She seems eager all of a sudden. Well, you first, Nick. Not that eager. Oh my. This must be that producer. Eek! Someone's in here. Names. Our names? We're WP's lawyers, and, I see. And who might you... Vasquez, the producer. I think I'm saying that name right. D. Vasquez. She's quite beautiful. I was wondering if you could tell me about the day of the murder. Miss Vasquez? Script. Excuse me? Script. I'm looking for a script. A script?
The Steel Samurai, episode 13. I need it. Could we ask you a bit about the day of the murder? I need to read it. We're getting nowhere fast. We'd really like to ask you about the Steel Samurai. Miss Vesquet, it's on TV every week. That's all I have to say about that. Next, she's telling us to go watch TV? The nerve of her. They don't get mad at me. About the director, Salmonella, was it? What exactly is his role here? Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. I'm looking for a script. I can't be bothered with anything else. Nick, are all people in entertainment business this weird? It's starting to look like it. Nick, let's get out of here. Isn't there someplace we have to check? Yeah. Wait, yes? If you see Manella, give him this. Why do we have to do your errands? I don't think I like her. Don't cry. She'll take it as a sign of weakness. Alright, we'll give it to him if we see him. Good grief! Wow, it's been years since I saw that show. It's one of those typical summer romance stories, but it was great. Typical summer romance with a samurai on a horse. Another old movie poster. The Singing Samurai, starring Jack Hammers. Oh boy, a lot of singing. What the hell do samurai sing about? Chopping off heads? Oh my god, that movie was the best. It's about a samurai who sings his way to fame and fortune. Samurai was a very accomplished singer, you know. Singing samurai stars. What's next? Ninja ballet? Don't give up any ideas, Phoenix. Looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. They got some figures for how much a set costs. I can't believe they spend that much money on those sets. Winter is coming. Okay, probably... paper cups and crumpled documents. Well... Alright, fine. But why would she lock herself in? Maybe just privacy purposes? That's probably my best guess. Here, I got this from the producer. Huh? Bring me the script for episode 13. Episode 13. Where did I put that one? I must have left it somewhere. Uh-oh. My ass is pwned if I don't find it. Ugh. Nick, it might be quicker to just look in all the places where he's likely to have been. I agree. Including here. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. That must give these to the employee. Hey, Nick! What now? The snacks. This was twice this much here. There was twice this much here before. I ate them. They were past their expiration date anyway. She's biting her lip and staring at me with tears welling in her eyes. Alright, well... time to peruse about. Let's see. Cool looking... Be my guest. Okay. Oh, too bad. It's sold out. So it'd obviously be somewhere. The only other place I could think of would be Studio 1. Because I'm not seeing anything else out of the ordinary or something I could easily look for. We're not thieves. But we did take that car key. We borrowed it. There's a difference. Alright. Back. Move. Moving again. Not the detention center. Exactly why I don't want to get old ever. Hey, I'm still young. I'm just tired. Nick, when you start having to say I'm still young, you know it's all over. But I am still young! Okay. Let's find what we need and get out of here. Quick, Nick. Hey, look! That's the chair the director sits. I always wanted to sit in one of these. The director! Maya, take a look around. On that chart. Remember that script the director was talking about? Didn't he say he left it somewhere? Aha! Found it, Nick. The script. Good work. Alright. Now we can have that, hopefully have that producer talk to us now. Here, we found it. Your script. Script handed to D. Vasquez. You're not going to talk to us? Quiet. I'm reading. Just you hold on. What's the big idea? Who do you think you are anyway? And do you even know who we are? Powers as lawyers? Right. Am I a suspect? No, no, but... You wanted to know about the day of the murder? Yes. Anything you could tell us would be a big help. You know there was a meeting here at noon? Yes, with the director and the people from the network. Correct. Now listen closely. None of the people in this trailer that afternoon went to Studio One. It was impossible for us to leave. Impossible? Why? The path was blocked. The path? I'm not interested. On the day of the murder, the path that leads here was blocked? You saw Mr. Monkey on the way here, correct? I must have bumped the I must have somehow bumped the evidence button, or a court record button, somehow, and thought it was an automatic prompt. You saw Mr. Monkey here on the way, correct? Mr. Monkey? The monkey with the broken head. Oh, right, that. What an original name. Its head fell over in the wind on the day of the murder. They didn't start moving the head out of the way until after 3. It was after 4 by the time the path was unblocked. Capiche? Everyone in this trailer was stuck here until the path was cleared. Stuck in this trailer, stuck until after 4. Hammer died at 2:30, thus none of us could have gone to Studio One. What? It's true. A crane came just after 3 to move the head. We called some people in to clear the way. I'm sure they corroborate my story. But wait! What if the head fell over after 2:30? Then you could have gone to Studio One. 2:30, the time of death. Very well. Come. That's Mr. Monkey. When it wasn't broken, it announced the time in ooks. 1 ook per hour. Ook, 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 ook. Always with the ooking. It is a monkey, after all. Check its head. The clock inside stopped when it broke. Nick, it stopped at 2:15. 2:15? That's right. The path was blocked from 2:15 until after 4. You know, they do say that it was wind that did it, but what's to say that someone could have possibly done that to cause a disturbance? Therefore, we're innocent. Mr. Hammer died in Studio 1 at 2:30. See? Goodbye. What do we do, Nick? There isn't anyone besides WP who could have killed Hammer. It's over. We're finished. It sure doesn't look good. Guess we should head back to the office and plan out our strategy. Now what? We're fresh out of clues. Everyone's alibi is watertight. We don't even have any promising leads. Things are looking pretty grim. It's a little early to be giving up, don't you think? Huh? You've got one lead. Mia, it's you! What took you so long? Sorry, Phoenix. Maya has trouble calling me unless she's really in trouble. Right. Oh, wait, I guess that means we're really in trouble. I'd say so. What do you mean we have one lead? The boy, of course. Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything. Cody. What? But no way I'm telling you, losers. I don't know. He didn't sound like he was going to help at all. I'm sure you can find some way to bring him over to your side. Either way, we should go back to the studios. That boy is our last hope, Phoenix. Thanks. Now I'm more worried than I was before. October 18th. Global Studios. Main gate. Oh my god, just calm down, old lady. What's wrong? Whippersnapper! She's been chasing that boy this whole time. When I catch him, Sounds like she hasn't had any luck catching him. I got a hostage now. Whippersnapper. A hostage? What's this about a hostage? When that boy was running away, he dropped this and ran. He'll come back for this one. It's kind of hard to understand with her all her huffing and puffing. Phoenix, that hostage might be what we need. Cody might talk to us if we give him that. Good idea. This old bag, if I make... No! I'm catching that brat if it's the last thing I do. Phoenix, do you have anything you might trade with her? A trade? I wonder... The keys. Well, we did bother. Whoop, nope. This old bag, I'm borrowing this just so you know. Oh, okay. Just be sure to give it back. She's not as demanding when she's exhausting. Oh my god, she's too busy to tell, catching her breath to tell anything. My, what a violent old lady. Actually, I just met with the director just now. My heart, I don't feel so good. Is she okay? Before I go, I'd like to visit the place where poor Hammer died. Right, she's saying she wanted to visit the studio where he died. The bottle is empty, though. I don't think it would really matter. But... those look like some very finely ground pills. She's too busy catching her breath to tell me anything. Well, the sleeping pills don't do any good. Wait a minute, maybe there might be... Could I possibly get her a drink from the employee area? Hey! Hey, you, wait a sec! Phoenix, what was that, the boy? Yeah, his name is Cody Hackins. I think he ran into the dressing room. Oh, boy. Sure to be in here somewhere. Found you! Damn it! He's getting away! Come back! There, he's back. How did she... Hey there. Would you mind helping us out? Please? I'm Cody. Hello, Cody. I'm Mia. Mia Fey. Nice to meet you. Yo! And I'm Phoenix Wright. Who asked? Brat! Phoenix, you can take it from here. I'm not sure I'm qualified. So do you know anything about what happened there? Tell me, please? I don't know nothing. Looks like he's maybe a bribe? He's the... What a lame... Here like you know about the steel salmon. Hey, watch that attitude. Phoenix, you really shouldn't yell at a kid. Not like that. Yeah, don't tell me. Like, I'm only a kid. Hey, it's the Steel Samurai, huh? Why is he dragging his foot like that? Where'd you get this anyway? I have one too. This kid and Maya would get along great. What's that? Boring. Man, how could one person be so lame? If you were a superhero, you'd be lame, oh man. This kid is asking for a spanking. Okay, I just suddenly got the... I just suddenly figured it out. Hey, that's a card. Studio 1? Right, a card key to Studio 1. I could visit poor Hammer. I'd like to visit. He died. I was his fan. You don't have your own card, Miss Oldbag? Studio 1 isn't my turf. You'll let me borrow it then? If I give her the card key, then I won't be able to get into Studio 1. Why don't you let her borrow it, Phoenix? I guess it can't hurt. Here you go, Miss Oldbag. Listen to me, Sonny. I don't like having debts to no whippersnappers. You take this, and we're even. Deal? What's this? A steel samurai trading card? That sneaky kid dropped it. I figured it's pretty important to him, though. Thank you. I may have use for this. This must be the hostage she was talking about. Right, I'm off. There she goes, hobbling off towards the studio. Probably still heffing and heaving along the way. And with that, it is now 3 o'clock. Well, a little past 3. I'd say that's a good place to wrap it up for now. This has been one heck of a ride. I'm glad I did a little bit better, though I am a little embarrassed over my decisions back then, earlier in the that day trial. Ugh. But I'm glad I was able to kind of like rest a little more on my own laurels, but I do appreciate you, chat, for helping me out where I could. So we'll just end up picking up on this next Sunday then. As for Thursday streams, it'll probably be another layback stream, probably continue our star hunt, or maybe look at something new.